Hi everyone, this is Nick from Quit With Nick and nickterone.com, helping you become a calm, happier, healthier, wealthier non-smoker. Now, I wanted to share my insights on these whole vaping, e-cigarettes and that kind of thing. At the time that I'm making this video, there's quite a bit of attention that e-cigarettes and vaping is getting at the moment. And, I often get people asking me my opinion on these things. Should I try it? Are they any good? Is it going to work? Are they safe? Etc. So I thought I'd do a little video just to shed a little light on these because, obviously I've been, following different methods. I'm aware of most methods to quit smoking. So the first thing to mention, of course, even though I'm a hypnotherapist and I help people quit that way, of course, at the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of whatever has worked for you, the smoker. Whether that's cold turkey, a patch, pill, gum, Champix, acupuncture, Allen Carr, whatever has worked for you has been a godsend for you. Let me start by sharing that right off the bat. I'm a fan of whatever has got you to quit smoking, right? Now, in terms of these e-cigarettes and the vaping, one thing that I think is there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Firstly, it's important to have a bit of an awareness and understanding of big corporations and drug companies, their power, their influence, and their ability to sort of influence and guide policy, politicians, and hence lawmaking, right? Now, the fact is that e-cigarettes and vaping can be pretty much purchased at a lot of places. They're not a regulated item. You can go to vaping stores. You can get them pretty easily, right? Now, the drug companies don't like this, of course. Any company who really cares about their ongoing commercial future is going to try to do everything they can to maintain their power, their influence, right? So the drug companies don't want these kind of methods out there, so they will probably then use their influence and power to kind of peddle a story and try to brainwash smokers into A, thinking they're not effective, B, that they're harmful, C, it's not going to work, and D, making it harder for someone to use the vaping and get access to the vaping. So that's why at the moment I'm seeing quite a few of these articles and things where it's now illegal to use a vape anywhere where you could smoke a cigarette, even though in Australia there is actually there's no nicotine in the cartridge or whatever it is you're chugging back on that apparatus. Nicotine isn't in them. You can get the nicotine cartridges overseas in Europe and in North America, but they're actually not available in Australia. You have to go online and get it imported if you want the one with the nicotine. So really, maybe the chemicals or whatever it is you're inhaling isn't exactly the best for you, but I think most people are going to agree that it's a much healthier alternative, right? So this just is a little bit of insight and awareness that, of course, the drug companies are going to do what they can to push aside anything that could interrupt their peddling of their nicotine replacement therapies. The patches, the gums, the sprays, the pills, the Champix and Zyban, which sends you crazy because it's an antidepressant. Obviously, drug companies are going to want to try to squash anything that could reduce the profits of the solution that they're trying to sell you. So just keep this in mind. Of course, a vape and an e-cigarette could work for you. If people are quitting cold turkey with nothing at all, of course anything from there could work. But you see, the people who are quitting cold turkey have an extremely high level of commitment and desire. They've got a certain mindset, whereas sometimes people who are using an aid or a method might not have that same mindset, so they're looking for something else to do the job for them, to make it easy. Obviously, the point of using a method for quitting is that it's easier than cold turkey, but you have to have the same mindset as if you're doing cold turkey, and then whatever it is you decide to choose to help you from there is much more likely to actually feel like it's working when you've got the mindset of it's do or die. I'm going to make this work. You know, I mean, you need that kind of mindset first. So I wanted to share that a little bit about e-cigarettes. And I mean, the other thing too, of course, to keep in mind, in my many years of helping people quit smoking and having heard a lot of people's stories about how they quit or how other people have quit or whatever, what I have tended to find with e-cigarettes and vaping is that sometimes they can help people reduce the amount of cigarettes they're having in a day, but it's pretty rare that a vape will help someone quit cigarettes completely. Sometimes I'll still have the odd cigarette here and there, but you know, during the day or other places, people will use an e-cigarette or a vape. For people who have quit the cigarettes, who have used vapes, what I've also tended to find is that they will keep using this vape for months, years. I haven't had a real cigarette. I quit that, but I've been sucking on this thing ever since, you know. So this sucking on your little vape thing can be just robbing Peter to pay Paul. I mean, of course, you've done your body a service. You're not putting those 4,000 chemicals in your body. Of course, that's better. But especially now where you can't just vape anywhere, you got to be sucking this thing. Like, it looks a little silly, you know, with this contraption in your mouth. So, look, it all comes down to, like, do you really want to be free completely of cigarettes or any other apparatus you have to bring hand-mouth? You know, I guess that's a personal decision for you at the end of the day. You know, maybe, you know, set it as an intention to quit the cigarettes, just my suggestion, and then get to a point where when you no longer have a real cigarette, start to cut down the vape, start to, okay, eventually I want to get off this thing as well, you know, but it's your journey. It's a personal journey. I just hope something I've shared has shed a little light on that. So if this video has been helpful, or you know someone that's using it or considering using it, maybe they could benefit from this video. I'm Nick from Quit With Nick. If you want to quit completely, of course, in one session, feel completely different. Obviously, I'm a fan of hypnotherapy because I've done it for many years and I've seen up to date, you know, about 3,000 smokers more. So I hope that's helped. Be well. Take care to your health. This is Nick. Bye.